Hi everybody, John Burke here with the quintessential grilling item. People are afraid to do this. Even the guy in the fish store said to me, "What are you going to do with this?" I said, "We're going to grill." He said, "A whole fish?" He got nervous. I grill these things all the time, 4 or 5 every summer. People love it. We have the family over for parties and they all want the grilled salmon. You want to make sure that you talk to your fish man. You don't want to get one too big. It may not fit on your grill. You want to get a nice firm fish with clear eyes that aren't too cloudy. It shouldn't smell very much. It should just smell a little fishy, like the sea. If it smells too much, it may not be good. I got this fish fresh this morning, came in from the truck to the biggest store in our area. They were kind enough to give us the whole fish. They usually cut this up into salmon steaks or fillets. But we got it. We're going to cook it, and we're going to cook it in a way that it's not actually going to touch the flame. But I just wanted to make sure it was clean all the way through, all the scales were off, there were no giant bones sticking out. I used the rubber gloves for this. You got a $50 fish here. You can spend $1 on a pair of rubber gloves for it. And that boy is just going to make about 15 or 20 people happy, I'd say. So, we're going to take it out to the grill. I'm going to show you how we prep the grill next. We're going to do the whole fish the way I like to do it, which is first, we're going to try to do half of it basil and half of it pineapple. So I'm going to lay the basil out, and some of these onion bottoms that we use, this is going to cover the bottom of the fish. It's going to be in there. We'll put a little cilantro on the pineapple side, and we're going to put basil on the basil side. We got these little onion stubs. We're going to use those in there. Basically, it's what I call schlogging the fish. There's some garlic tubers in there. Let's see, a little more basil so we have some coverage over there. Okay, now we're going to put the fish itself on top of that. Here he is, Mr. Fish. Hello, Mr. Fish. Hello, John. All right. And Mr. Fish doesn't want to go. Curve him around a little bit. Got to get his tail up in that foil. This will save some of the juices. Then it's going to be the basil side. It's going to be the back side. Cover him over. Cilantro up here on the pineapple side. Tuck him in with some of those nice onion leaves. Tuck them all in there, just like he's in bed. He's napping. He's napping through this cooking process. I got some onion parts here. Use on that basil side. And now pineapple. Pineapple's going to encrust the pineapple side of this fish. This has all been pre-washed, trimmed off a nice ripe pineapple. Those big sweet pieces right in the middle. There's even a few little pieces of mushroom in there, don't worry about it. So you want to make sure there's a little sauce to start, and we're going to put the other sauce in there midway. You're not going to see this fish again for a while. You hear it? It's cooking. Now we're going to let it cook. This is one of my specialties. The entire fish cooked with a variety of herbs and flavors infused into the fish itself. This is not something everybody has. It is the cooking thermometer. Now, it's really worth the $15 if you can find one in your local kitchen gadget store. It might even be worth going on the internet. So you have one of these, you can test a roast beef, a steak, a fish, whatever. We've made a couple of holes in this fish so far, but this is the one we're going to test in. I'm getting the temperature down in the bottom of it at 200 degrees, which would make this part of the fish cooked, but it's a very sensitive thing. I can test up at the top, and I've got about 135, 140. It needs a little longer, so the top will get cooked. Down there is done. If we wanted, we could flip this baby over and eat what's at the bottom, or cut a piece out. We're going to explore that possibility, but we're going to give it a couple more minutes and see if we can bring the temperature up on the top, up a little bit, and then it'll be done. And this is going to serve a lot of people. It's a very, very intense centerpiece for a nice picnic or a luncheon or a dinner. We're going to serve this fish later on. Boy, I can see the pineapples just like sucked right into it. Look at that. Ooh, boy. Okay, we'll be back. The plan is, my crew has said we want to flip this fish so you guys can see the other side. So I'm going to take, this is the heavy duty foil, not regular foil. As I said, regular foil might not work, but if all you can find is regular foil, quadruple it if you have to. Make sure that it's thick enough to make one nice big piece that you can get a hold of. All right, we got to move it over. We got to make sure it moves. It doesn't move. It's stuck. Oy. Oy. There we go. It moved. Now that it moved, we know we can turn it over. Let's go like this. Okay. Okay, let's see, what have we done? Yes, we've done a beautiful job. Now all that stuff that was on the bottom, oh yes, okay, here it is. Here's the fish. Okay, guys? Now, whether you're able to actually get it off in one piece or not, that's another story. If you're very careful, you can serve it in one piece. If you get two spatulas, I'm going to let that other side cook, but this is done. We're going to do a little sample just to see. Look at that. Now this is very juicy mainly because it's been wrapped up. I don't use the skin on the fish. Some Japanese would really like to eat that salmon skin, but I prefer just like this. You pull it away from the bone. There's no bones. You can serve it. You just go right down the middle like this. You pull the salmon away from the bone, put it on plates. You're ready to go. You can smell, I mean I can, of course you can. You can almost smell at home the cilantro, the basil, the pineapple coming out of this fish. It's really quite amazing. And again, when I'm finished, the cleanup here is going to be minor. A whole salmon, John Burke style. I thank you for watching. Pick up the next lesson. Send us an email. Tell us what you think. We love you. Eat away.